Join us this week as we discover a mistake and have to correct it, and we continue to work on getting our ICF ready for the pour and some setbacks. Golden pot at the end of the rainbow, and we eventually get our pour completed. We discovered a mistake in laying out our footings. One of the dangers of doing a lot of the work yourself and trying to be general contractor is that you don't necessarily have the time and energy to spend paying attention to the general contractor part. And in this case, we noticed that the structural engineering plans had our front wall to the right side of our front door ending at the same plane as the rest of the house. However, in the architectural plan, it shows the wall coming out even further, which creates an outdoor courtyard that we intend to have. And here's a 3D rendering of what that outdoor courtyard would look like and the wall specifically that we're talking about. In this side view, you can see the area indicated that needs to be corrected or needs to be there. And we simply decided that we would pour this as a mono pour, much like we did the shed frost wall and footing, where we pour the footing and the frost wall all at the same time when we do the basement walls and the rest of the frost footings. Okay, so it's end of day Monday. We shimmed the frost wall for the slab on grade and loosened it in places, got it all plumb, and then we attached it with the adhesive foam spray. The crew, they were working on these. Garth and I put together some of the window buck, and the guys put it in. They also put in all the verticals for the 16 on center. You can see, I'm going to zoom in. Garth has all of the Berman ties all set, ready to go, except for over there by the stairs, and that's okay because that's our stairwell. So those are all in, and then we've cut a bunch of small fiberglass rebar, smashed one end, should be able to slide right into those Berman ties and to act like a bolt to hold it in so that we get extra reinforcement. So first time using the Berman ties. Product out of Canada. So if it doesn't work,
now blame Canada, blame Canada. It seems that everything's gone wrong since Canada came along. Blame Canada, blame Canada. We need to form a full assault.
We didn't do anything on the shed today, so we're supposed to rain 3 times tomorrow during the day, so we're not planning to do anything tomorrow. Peggy and I might come over here and do some braces, but I think she has an appointment in the city. And so that leaves Wednesday. Garth, the head guy, he's going to be gone. So he will be gone, but his guys will come over Wednesday and help Peggy and I finish up the bracing and get ready for the pour, which we are going to schedule for Monday. down there?
Oh, I thought.
Okay, so end of day, Wednesday, that's what day it is. We have all the rebar vertically placed in, ready for inspection, which is called for the morning. We have splices on our cut seams or our splice seams on the walls. We have internal bracing on the frost walls here, both in a T. So there's one on top, one underneath. Then these braces here, which will go to spikes so we can adjust the wall in and out as needed. Still have a little bit more bracing to do, but for the inspection, we should be good to go. As you can see, we still need to get something in there. But all the Berman ties are in. That was in the other day, I guess. And all the ties are good. That is what I meant to say is the supports, braces. So the crew, they were working primarily on the shed. I didn't really do anything on that today, nor did Peggy. But they've done a great job. Over here we use different bucks, just because I wanted to try them. But most of our windows are so heavy. My ICF guy recommended that we go with the wooden bucks that you see over here in the basement, which are $6.80 a linear foot. And then they have to be wrapped where they touch the concrete. These are the pre-bucks that come from Element. And then you go into plastic ties, but yeah. Anyhow, so they've got the braces up in here. They've got it up pretty much all the way, not quite. A little bit more work to do on the shed. But as I've said before, it is actually under 200 square feet. So it does not need to be engineered or inspected. That's pretty much it. Lots of bracing work, taking out nails, taking out staples, marking out where the garage door goes. But that's it. It's a beautiful Wednesday. We'll probably work tomorrow, and then everything should be buttoned up, ready for a pour on Monday, where we have 70 yards of concrete scheduled. Okay, this is end of day video for Wednesday, I believe it is. Wednesday? It's Thursday. Oh, jeez. So the bracing is in the inside of the windows. The crew took care of that. I don't think much work got done on the shed / greenhouse today. But we spent most of the day putting up bracing. The guys spent a lot of time bracing up some of these sections like this down here. Peggy and I did most of the internal bracing with the T-forms in the garage and putting out the runners or the kickers to put the shore up the wall and allow us to adjust it. And for this wall here, where we set the footing, we're just going to do a mono pour on this section right here. And you can see we have all the internal bracing in, all the scabs up, whatever you call those. And that's it. I mentioned that we failed the first inspection. The inspector wanted to have our rebar candy canes that came up, the dowels that came up from the concrete. Some of them were a little too close to the ICF foam, so we had to cut those off and or move them over somehow. And an important safety tip is to make sure that your shirt is not too flammable, like mine was. Peggy took care of all of the taping of the nubs on the inside of the basement. My fear of heights made her the perfect choice. This is the run we put in there yesterday, excuse my shadow, for an outdoor electrical power run. This is going to be a gate here, and there will be like a cement block wall that goes in the shape of an L there. And this basically becomes an outdoor patio area in front of the study and the guest bedroom. And this is the pathway that leads to the courtyard. And so we simply ran conduit for that electrical run inside of this wall. Watching where I'm walking instead of filming. And then it terminates right over there, goes into where our joists are going to be, our trusses, and terminates there. That way the wire will be hidden in the ceiling. I got the 6-inch steel or metal pipe and cut it into 3 different pieces using the grinder and a metal cutting blade. And this will be our ERV intake and exhaust and vent. And those need to go into the basement wall over where the Berman joist hangers are, where our trusses are going to be, on the other side of that wall by the windows. Then we have this one, which is an 8-inch pipe. I believe we're going to use this for the sewer that goes into the slab on grade portion over there, comes through the wall about right here. Again, just below or around the truss size. And then all of these, those bigger ones there, we have 6 of those. Those all need to go over here as well, inside the 18-inch truss zone, so we can run radiant floor tubing over into the slab on grade portion of this house. And then the rest of these are simply 110, and these are both for 220 that need to go in the garage for EV chargers, home runs, so that we can get power through this wall into the garage, run it up the wall and into the attic, so forth, and have power. Peggy and I simply ran out of time for the sleeves, so the next morning, as we prepared to pour concrete, we had the crew put in the remaining sleeves, including those metal tubes for the ERV intake and exhaust and the laundry. Oh man, the weather turned on us. We got snow. Okay, yeah, no, it's just the ICF foam from cutting sleeves.
Has been bringing me down for so long now. I'm tired of the fight. That's why I'm trying to wake up with a new mind, new eyes, new way of looking at life. So come on, come on, come on, hey. Tell me, ain't gonna tell me, gotta pick a side in.
We used a 4,500 PSI concrete mix, and we decided to use pea gravel instead of the standard 3/4 inch gravel. This allowed for a better flow rate, especially around our crowded headers where we had the number 6 rebar and stirrups every 4 inches. We also used a 6-inch slump on site, and we added 30 minutes of hydration since it's an hour-long trip up the hill from Colorado Springs to Woodland Park.
All the weight of the world has been bringing me down for so long now. I'm tired of the fight. That's why I'm trying to wake up with a new mind, new eyes, new way of looking at life. So come on, come on, come on, hey! Every time I look up into a sea of people reaching out for love, no, you ain't gonna tell me, got a bigger side in the war. Need a little something more to fill my soul. Get it off my mind, what's been on my mind? Get it off my mind, yeah. And I'm feeling lately like I need a friend. I'm not ready for the world to end. I don't need the answer. Side in the war, need a little something more to fill my soul. Get it off my mind, what's been on my mind? Get it off my mind. Come on.
Okay, it's Monday. Here's our end of day. We're done with the spore. It's just starting to sprinkle. But all the walls are poured, including the shed. I have it on high authority. It's going to be the most permanent, strongest shed in Woodland Park history. Turn this around so you can see. It's going to be a laundry vent, some pump discharge, ERV exhaust, and ERV fresh air intake. Electrical power, our disconnect. Since we were done early with the pour, Peggy and I decided to head on over to Victor, Colorado so we could take a look at some of the fall colors. Really didn't have a long trip available this year that we could do, but just ran into some beautiful, beautiful colors on our way and into the town of Victor. It's a beautiful drive from Woodland Park. Victor is a small mining town that's pretty much abandoned, but it's a fun day drive, and there's some good restaurants there too to stop in. Our favorite is the Mining Claim 1899 Saloon. There were lots of other people out peeking at the lead peekers. And it was a good trip. Okay, so we're gonna do, just wanted to bring you a little bit of an update. So Peggy and I were here yesterday. There really wasn't anything to film. We took all of the tape, Superform tape that I'd purchased off of the nubs. Did a really excellent job of keeping them clean. Was fairly easy to take off, but we wanted to get it off relatively in a short period of time after the pour. And the other thing we did is we cut off some of the sleeves that we had put in on the inside of the wall. And Peggy, being more daring to me and not having a fear of heights like I do, she did almost all of the inside on the scaffolding. But that's what happened yesterday. The crew's going to be coming back here probably tomorrow or the next day and pulling off the metal braces that are down in the basement and taking those. And then we have next week, we have scheduled for the trusses and for the flooring system to be delivered, and they're going to be working on that while we're gone. So Peggy and I have a vacation that we scheduled a long time ago, and kind of bad timing with winter coming up, but that's the way these things roll. And they're also going to be working on the shed, the framers that is, when they come in. And so those two things should be done by the time we're done. We have the crew coming in to put in French drains and waterproof the basement. So once the floor is on and the French drain is in and the waterproofing is done, we can go ahead and have the excavator backfill the area on both the inside of the slab on grade portion of the house as well as the exterior here. And that was because our engineer specified that she wanted the floor system in place before we actually did backfill. So for the next 2 to 3 weeks, won't be another video right away. And this really isn't a travel channel per se, but since we're heading out on vacation, we are going to Norway, and we are also going to several different cities in Norway, Oslo, Bergen, and a couple others. And we're going to be doing a bunch of different things there. We're going to be also going to Belgium, going into Brussels, and then spending 2 or 3 days in the city of Bruges. So we will put together just a video of what we did. So when we get back, that'll be the video you see. And then I'm also going to ask the framers and some of the other contractors that are coming in while we're gone, just to take some clips of the work as it's happening, hopefully. And so you'll have an update from that perspective. So bear with us for the next probably 2.5 weeks. You're not going to see anything. And then we'll have several videos come out probably in shorter sequential, shorter period of time than we have been. And we've been trying to be consistent, but it's really hard when you're here doing the work every day to get them out on a consistent basis. But I'm trying. I'm thinking I'm going to get there. So anyhow, that's the update. We will see you when we're back from our trip. Thanks.